floor, pulling it to the sky. As you push through those hands, let's stay in that rounded cat for one more breath. And then inhale, coming forward. So push through those arms. Feel like you're getting a really nice stretch between those shoulder blades. Try and push, so we're not here, you're coming up and out of those arms as you push that chest forward. One more, exhaling, tucking that pelvis under, chin to chest. As you pull that belly button to the sky, feel like you're being in like a really nice capital C. Inhaling forward, good. Then I want you just to take that left leg out, take that right arm out, and I want you to lift and lower, keeping that gaze on the floor, keep that leg nice and long, good. So you're initiating the movement from the back of that leg, where your hamstring meets your glute. Good, keep that belly button lifted and try and stay so you're not shifting over to the left or the right. So your core is working really hard to keep you central, and obviously your stabilising arm is working really hard as well to keep you in place. Good. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1, holding it here for 5, for 4, 3, lift that belly button up, 2, 1. Now can we take it out to the side? So we're taking that arm and leg out to the side, really lifting that belly button to spine. Good. Really tricky, keep that gaze at the floor for balance. For 4, for 3, good, for 2, and last one. Nice, bringing that hand back down, then extend that left arm, extend that right leg as you lift and lower, lift and lower, good, keep going. Again, think about initiating that movement from that hamstring. Good, really toning and strengthening that area of the right leg where the hamstring meets the glute. Keeping that belly button to spine. Try and keep central. Good. For 5. For 4. 3 more. 2. Last one, holding it here. Keep that gaze down at the mat. Almost think about having a nice long back of your neck so you're not kind of crimping that neck up. Holding it in place and taking that leg and arm out to the side for 8. Keep that belly button lifted. 7. Keep going. 5 more. For 5. For 4. 3 more. Good. 2 more. And last 1. Good. And then I want you to come, tuck those toes under into your first downward dog. So doing a little pedaling out of the feet, shaking that head left to right. Good. And then I want you to come right up onto those toes for me and heels down. Onto those toes, heels down. 5 more, really coming up, pushing through those hands. Last 4, 3, 2 more. Good. And 1. Good. And then I want you to stay in that downward dog. Slightly walk those feet back. Come forward into a plank. So think about not being here, tucking that pelvis under, pushing through those hands. Gaze slightly ahead of your mat. Holding it here for 4. Push through those hands for 3. to the right. For an extra side stretch, keep your hands where they are facing forward. So you're just getting that really nice little stretch. And coming up onto the toes, take your heels over to the left side. And enjoy that stretch. Push through those hands. Good, come back to center. Then we're going to do it again. So you can slightly walk those toes back if you need to. Exhaling, bring that forward. So we're tucking that pelvis under, pushing through those hands. Keep looking down at the mat, holding it here for 4. Think about tucking under even more, squeezing those glutes for 3, pushing through those arms for 2. Last one, back to downward dog. Good, and then this time, bring your toes together. I want you to do a little drop of the knee and back up. So we're doing almost touching that knee and bum to the ground. So we're getting a little leg activation here and really nice little spinal twist. Pushing through those hands for 4, for 3, for 2, 1. Coming back to downward dog. Last plank, coming forward, holding it here. You can have those feet slightly wider than hip distance for a bit more stability. And I just want you to bring that right hand up. Bring that left hand up. So we're doing a little shoulder tap. Now I want you to try and stay really quiet in your movements. So we're not rocking around. Really nice and controlled. For 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Good. And then holding it here. Now if this is too much, coming onto your forearms, I want you to spin over. So you're resting on your right forearm, arm to the sky. Now we can do some different variations of this, okay? So you can tap that bottom, so your hips up and down. Good. And you can stay on your forearm here. You can come up onto your hand. Just really see how good your wrists are. You can put that left foot slightly further forward for balance, but just keep dipping and lowering those hips. For 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to those forearms. Tucking under. I want you to just drop those knees. Little drop and lower. Drop and lower. Drop and lower. For 5. For 4. 3. 2. 1. And you can spin over onto the side. So you're on your right elbow here. And just start with those little hip dips. Good. Keep going up and down. And again, if you want more, you can put that hand down, just coming up onto that one arm and dipping those hips for 8, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to that downward dog. I want you to walk those feet really slowly, inching your way up. And almost like your feet are right next to your hands, you're pushing through those hands, pushing through those feet. So we're in almost like a cat pose with our back. Our hamstrings are getting work. My hands are working overtime to keep me here. My belly button, my pelvic floor really lifted. Tucking my head under, holding it here for 4, for 3, 2, 1. Heels down, arms and head heavy, rolling up that spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. As we come up to standing. Good. Okay, excuse what I'm wearing as well. I was meant to be going for a run, but basically the whole day has gone into disarray because of closing the COVID bubble in the preschool. Anyway, okay. Hands by the ears. Feel like you're sitting long and tall. Okay, as you exhale, I want you to bring that left knee up. As you keep spinning, you're exhaling like you're wringing out a cloth with that core. Trying to touch that elbow to knee. Inhaling back to the centre. Exhaling, staying with this side. See if you can gaze right behind you. Good. Inhaling back. Exhaling, twist. Inhaling back. Exhaling, twist. Inhaling back. Exhaling, twist. Inhaling back. 2 more. Each time, see if you can just go a little bit further behind you. Holding it here for 3. Coming out of that waist for 2 and 1. Good. And then exhaling, taking it to the other side. Inhaling back. Good. Inhaling back, 4 more. Really try and look right over that shoulder. 3 more. Good, 2 more. And last one. And I want you to hold on to your knees. And you can just rock and roll. I'll come forwards a bit so you can see me. I'm on the screen still. Even more forward, good. So just rock and rolling. A little bit up and down that spine. Good. When you get to the top, can you just let go? So holding it here, let go. Holding it here, letting go. So we're keeping scooping, rounding here. Okay, so think about that core, like lifting up to your pelvic floor, lifting up through that belly button, chin to chest. So a little C here again. Good, rolling back. Stopping, can we stop here before our toes touch the ground? So using our core like a brake. So we're going down. The core is stopping us. Good. 4 more. Nice. 3 more. Good. Pulling in through that pelvic floor, that belly button to stop you. 2 more. Good. And last one. Good, holding it here. Can we extend the legs? Good. Try to lift that chest up to the sky for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lying back down. Good. Then I want you to bring your legs up to tabletop. And just start little toe taps down, okay? As you exhale, just tapping that toe to the floor. Good. So for me, this still feels really challenging because I'm working really hard to ensure that my lower back stays glued to the floor, that my pelvis isn't rocking as I dip my leg. So you want the whole of your torso, your pelvis really stable, like an anchor, and literally the only movement is coming from this leg, just dipping its toe into the water. As you exhale, you can have your hand on your tummy for a bit of feedback. So if you feel like your belly's bulging, your hips are rocking around, then just take it back a bit. You might just need to be here and then lifting up like this, okay? So just what feels right for your body today. Or again, you can be here and just holding it. Hand on tummy, just getting that feedback. This is really challenging. I know everyone thinks this is like the most boring core move, but for me, it feels pretty challenging and like it's doing a lot of good. If you do want more of a challenge, straighten that leg as you take it out. But again, if you feel like it's going into the lower back, or if your pelvis is kind of rocking rocking or there's a bulge in your tummy, just take it back. Good. It is good to challenge yourself though, so definitely try. It's always worth a challenge and just seeing how it feels. And then you can progress. Because everything is about progressing, getting stronger day by day. Good. Should we do 4 more? 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Good, and then I want you to keep your legs at tabletop. Hands by your ears. I want you just to lift up. So I want you to try and keep your head in this position, okay? So you're looking between your knees, and then I just want you to dip down. So trying to keep your head and shoulders lifted. Good. Again, if this feels way too much, or it's hurting your neck, then just drop those head and shoulders down. Good. So when this is the first move here, and then you can progress. Straight legs, 1, 2, and you can progress even more, but a little dip down of both legs, okay? So this is about as far as I can go down with my legs without feeling like I'm losing control, okay? So I'm going to come 1, 2, to about here, and back. Keep that head and shoulders lifted, 1, 2, good. 1, 2. Again, give it a go and see how it feels. If you're like, whoa, that feels way too much, drop that head back. Carry on with those toe taps. Just see how it feels. Everybody's different. Every day, you're stronger. You're tighter in different areas. Good. Keep going. And dropping those legs. Good. Last one. 1, 2. A little drop. And give yourself a little cuddle, pulling those knees towards you, dropping your head to the floor, really pulling those knees in towards you as you release your lower back onto the floor, rocking left and right. And we're just going to finish with an old favourite. Okay, so have your arms out to the side. Again, legs in tabletop. Try to keep your knees together as you take your knees over to one side. And then again, I want you to really slowly, as you exhale, squeeze those knees together. Feel like your belly button is being pulled back to your mat. So all the work is coming from your deep, deep, deep abdominal muscles. Inhaling over to the other side. Really slowly coming up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling over to the other side. If you need more of a challenge, you can extend the lower leg. Coming back up for 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling over to the other side. Extend that lower leg for an extra challenge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swapping sides. Extend that lower leg if you need. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Over to the other side. Extend that lower leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can keep going there. Or can you go for it? Can we straighten both legs? Just give it a go. See how it feels. You might be like, oh my God, no way. Or you might be like, I can do this. I can do this. Coming back up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And shaking is good. Pain is bad. So just kind of, you know in yourself how you feel if it's too much. 3, 2, 1. Good. Coming back up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more one. Coming up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give yourself another little cuddle. Last move. We'll just finish with a little pigeon stretch because why not, hey? Right leg forward. Left leg straight back behind you. Trying to pull that left foot across. Obviously, if it's hurting your knees and that doesn't feel great, then just stop there. Okay, I want you to take your hands up here now. So your piriformis, your right glute, your right thigh is working really hard to keep you in place. Can you bring your hands behind you? Can you clasp them together? Good, and just holding it here, coming up and out of those hips. For 4, for 3, 2, 1. And this time just sinking down, taking those hands forward. Resting that forehead to the floor, deep breath in. Trying to think about breathing into the whole of that rib cage. 2 more. Last deep cleansing breath. Good, coming back up. Swapping sides. Left leg forward, right leg back. Again, just slowly getting into this position. And again, bringing those hands up. Taking those hands behind you. Can we do a little reverse prayer? So try and have your hands in prayer behind your back. So you can really pull those shoulders up and around. So your shoulder blades are coming down, back behind you. Coming up and out of those hips, pushing through that back foot. For 4, for 3, 2, 1. And bringing those arms back in front of you as you push them forward. Holding it here, forehead on the floor, relaxing down. 4 deep, nourishing rib breaths. Good, last one.